This is a good problem to have. Yesterday, you guys know I got my wig install on Saturday. I was on live when I got the wig install. Um, Lo and behold, or unbeknownst to me, my family had been planning a surprise party for me for the last month. And yesterday was the surprise party, which is why everything happened the way it happened. So by the end of the night, my wig was no longer installed. Um, I literally could just push a finger under the lace and lift that baby off. So, it's my birthday, y'all. Your girl is okay. Your girl is 40 years old today. Thank you, Star. Thank you, Pack. So today is my official birthday. And I will be doing what I do best. Not a wig install. A quick weave because I'm out of time. The wig, with my perspiration, it was hot yesterday. I was crying. I had makeup on. Within an hour, it looked like I didn't even have no makeup on. My lashes ended up being off within about 2 hours. And then the wig came off by the end of the night because I just took it off. But it was a good reason. So shout out to my family. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my mom, my best friends. Everybody was there. And it was just an overjoyous moment. So now, today is my actual birthday. That's kind of why my eyes are so swollen, because I am a bag of tears since yesterday. I was in tears this morning, just overwhelmed with joy of everything that has happened over the last couple of days. Just made me feel extremely special for my 40th birthday. And I am trying my hardest to hold it together. So happy birthday to your son. So yeah, so we are about to get myself dolled up again for my birthday, in a style that I can manage, which is with hair that is normal. I'm not a wig girl. I like my glueless. I like my Pervade seamless units. That's my thing. Anything outside of that, like the installing of the lace, I perspire too much. I don't have patience for lace. And the most that I'm okay with is probably a 2x6. Not even a 4x4 or 5x5. If I was to install a piece of lace on me, it would be no more than a 2x6. I have no use for anything else. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. You guys know that today is officially the big day, and everything on Elite Hair Care and Miss Crystal Williams is 50% off. Most people would have been like, well, Crystal, you know you're turning 40, so make it 40%. Nah, I'm extra. So everything today is 50% off. Our Pervade seamless units are 15% off, and everything else is 50% off. So you guys can shop till you drop. That's what your girl wants. Shop till you drop. That's what your girl wants. Shop till you drop. That's what your girl wants for her birthday. Okay. All right, so before I even get started wetting my hair, I need to get a lot of this adhesive off of my hairline. So I'm gonna actually start with the Soothe and Balance pre-poo and pre-treatment. Ooh. This is really what I used last time to get a lot of the adhesive off of my hairline. Because a lot of people, are saying, oh, they, like whenever I have clients who install lace and they come and get their hair done, I'm always using the Soothe and Balance to get that excess glue off, and to also help with the inflammation at the hairline level, because that lace had to come off, right? So some people remove it correctly, some people remove it incorrectly. Sometimes it removes itself, just like mine did last night. Yes, I need everybody to stop what you're doing and do the 3 free things that I always ask for. 1, double tap that screen and get that thumbs up in there. Please and thank you. It's free. It don't cost you anything. It's your girl's 40th birthday, by the way, right? Number 2, if you are new here and you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. 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 I know I just made that up. Not the subscribe part, the song. And then number 3, comment and just tell your girl, where are you from? Keep the engagement going. Ooh. When I tell you this Soothing Balance does wonders when you're trying to remove excess glue from the hair, takes it right off. Y'all see how easy that is? Just easy. This is a great way to do it. Okay, I see y'all, Wisconsin. Which I didn't have a lot of glue on my hairline anyway, so. Make sure I got everything off. I should have. Yep, everything's off. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Thank you for the super chat. Your birthday 6/29. Okay. A fellow Cancerian. Cancer. You know what I mean. Okay, twin. I see you. So I'm not a Gemini, I'm a Cancer. Cancer started yesterday. All right, so if you guys can't tell, I'm in the laundry room. June 8th, okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and shampoo and condition my hair. Hair care is everything when we talk about doing any type of installation of any type of longer term style. Okay, so I do have my water set to warm. I'm actually going to be using our Biotin Boost Bio Deep Fortified Mask. I already actually used the Soothing Balance, so you already know that. I have the African Goddess Sacred Scalp and Hair Cleanser. And then I also am going to be using the Bio Boost Ultra Volumizing Shampoo. So that's what we're using today. Let me put all the other stuff away because I don't want to confuse you guys. But these are the products that we're going to be using today. So I'm going to start by washing my hair, wetting my hair. My head will be down, you guys. So, you know, just do the thing. While I'm washing, you guys jump over to the site and shop the sale. All right, so for the first shampoo, I'm going to use the Bio Boost. Actually, I probably should have used African Goddess first, but All right, last shampoo will be the African Goddess Sacred Hair and Scalp Cleanser. This is the peptide shampoo. This is good because I know that I'm going to be putting in a quick weave, and I know that my hair and my scalp are going to be covered for even a period of about a week to 2 weeks. So this is definitely going to be vital to your hair care while you're wearing your extensions. Ooh. All right, Pose, hold on 1 second. Let me go get my other phone. You guys just hold on. Hold on. Ooh, it's cold. Let me see here. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, just to recap what we've done so far, I started off by using the Soothe and Balance pre-poo and pre-treatment to get all of the excess adhesive off of my hairline and any type of product that was on my hair. For those who are just joining, yes, I did get a wig install on Saturday for my birthday. Unfortunately, well, let me not even say unfortunately. Fortunately, my family decided to throw a surprise party without me knowing. So yesterday, the wig went out the door by the end of the night. I had sweat the whole wig hairline off. My makeup, everything, crying, tears, everything you can think of. That's what happened. Um, So now I am here doing a full-on wash day because I'm gonna do a glue and weave with leave out. That's what I know how to manage. I can't really manage anything else. And I used first the Soothe and Balance pre-poo pre-treatment, and then I used the Biotin Boost shampoo, which is for volumizing and strengthening. And then I ended with our African Goddess Peptide Therapy shampoo. And now I'm just combing through my hair to make sure that I have nothing on my hairline, nothing on my hair. If you guys notice, this is shampoo that I'm actually using. Okay, this is actual shampoo. So this should tell you how soft the African Goddess leaves the hair, because this is a shampoo that I'm able to comb through with no problem. No problem whatsoever. Oh, no, no. So you guys will be with me today while I do my installation. Well, I was told to not plan anything at all. Andy has everything planned. So come to find out now, the reason why they said don't plan nothing is because they were planning a whole surprise party. But tonight we'll be going out to dinner. Today is my actual birthday, which is why all of the Elite Hair Care products are 50% off. No code is needed, by the way, for the 50% off sale. And okay, I'm gonna rinse out my shampoo now. Yeah, my man and my mama, Adriana and Alice too. They were all conspiring. All right, let me rinse out. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and towel dry my hair. When you guys are gonna do your conditioner, please, 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 always remember that conditioner should be done conditioner should be done after your shampoo, because I don't know who started the concept of doing conditioning and you're doing it before you even shampoo. Like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Um, so yeah, that's crazy work to me. So yeah, this is what I mean when I say make sure you know that you condition. And then before you even start conditioning, what's the first step that I say before you condition? I want somebody in my live to type in the chat, what should you do before you actually apply your conditioner? Because a lot of people don't understand that concept. So I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. What steps should be taken? Crystal, what is the percentage off for hair units? 15% off. What steps should be taken when you are doing your conditioner? Dry hair with a towel. Thank you. Super duper important that you always, 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 always dry your hair with a towel. I cannot stress that any more than I ever have. You need to make sure that you are drying or towel drying the hair before you do anything else. The reason is you always want to make sure that your hair is not dripping with water. Thank you, Dad. My dad's over on my Facebook. That your hair is not dripping with water, especially if you know that you are going to be doing a deep conditioning treatment. Like, make it make sense for me. Make it make sense. Conditioning treatment, all of that good stuff. That is where it is the most important. Hold on, y'all. So I'm going live. I have 3 platforms that I'm live on, by the way. So if you guys hear me call you guys for my YouTube family, let me tell y'all right now. Your name is the YT. It's the pro team. You guys are always going to be the pro team. So when you hear me say pro team, I'm talking about my YouTube. My Facebook family, same thing for you guys. I'm very new going live on Facebook. But I said, you know what? I'm going to go live on all 3 platforms because when I'm on TikTok, they don't really like you saying other platforms. And I haven't gone live on TikTok in so long. But my YouTube family, just know, everything is 50% off on EliteHairCareUSA.com. My Facebook family, same thing. Everything is 50% off on EliteHairCareUSA.com and MissCrystalWilliams.com. I am not doing 50% off over on my TikTok. I'm doing my TikTok shop and they are not getting 50% off because it's in TikTok shop. So just know, you guys, yes, everything is 50% off on Miss Crystal Williams and Elite Hair Care USA. And all of our Privé Seamless units are 15% off. They are normally 10% off. Today, they're 15% off. So you guys go take advantage. Every single one of our Privé Seamless units are 15% off, okay? So keep that in mind. Ooh, Lord. Okay, for some strange reason or another, my head is still itchy. So if you guys see me still doing this, that means that my hair is itchy. Thank you, Latoya. Shout out to all of the Elite Hair Care pros. My hair is itchy. So I'm not ready for conditioning yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Soothe and Balance on my scalp instead. Mainly because I know that I'm itchy. Like when I'm itchy like this, I can't get past it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what I need to do to take care of this itch. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me. Ooh. Here we go. All right, so whenever you have an itch like what I'm talking about, you can do one of 2 things. You can go back through it and put the Soothe and Balance pre-poo pre-treatment directly on the hair and the scalp. It is still a form of shampoo, but this is a more, say, pre-treatment for you to be able to get the itch, that dry itchiness. If you have scalp buildup, scalp congestion, all that stuff, that is what the Soothe and Balance pre-poo and pre-treatment is for. In a case like this, after I've already done my wash day, but my scalp still feels itchy because I had the extensions in, I had that wig installed, I was sweating, I was crying, I was snotting, and all these things. That now tells me, okay, I really should have put this all over when all I did was put it on my hairline because I was wanting to really remove a lot of the glue residue from the wig install, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a quick cocktail because I know that I am itchy and I want to reduce the inflammation, but I don't want it to be extremely intense like if I was doing a pre-treatment. So I'm gonna actually take the Biotin Boost shampoo. This is our Biotin Boost shampoo, Biotin shampoo, right? I'm gonna take about 25% of this, and then I'm gonna take the Soothe and Balance, and I'm gonna do the other instead, about 75% Soothe and Balance. If you know anything about Soothe and Balance, it is a pre-treatment because it contains zinc, menthol, a bunch of different essential oils, all of that good stuff. And I also want to make sure that I don't dehydrate myself because Soothe and Balance should be used as a first line pre-treatment. And then you put in your shampoo that's going to hydrate the hair and keep the hair nice and soft and supple. So I diluted it using the Biotin Boost shampoo because I'm doing this post shampoo and I really want to get rid of the itch that's still going on. I always deal with a lot of inflammation because I have an autoimmune issue. If you know anything about autoimmune issues, inflammation is the inevitable in the body, okay? Inflammation is one of those things that is consistent and constant. I have always seen most people who have autoimmune issues, and when I say autoimmune, I don't have a thyroid any longer, right? Because I had my thyroid removed years ago when they found a tumor around my thyroid, right? So that now puts you into, you become an you're in the autoimmune issue family. But other autoimmune issues is going to be high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes. There's a bunch of others that you can put in there. Crohn's disease. Like there's so many that can go into this area. And those different issues, they do what? Cause inflammation in the body because they are situations that affect the hormones, the blood, right? So any autoimmune issue, zinc is always going to be like a bestie for you because zinc is a mineral that is amazing for anyone who's dealing with hormonal changes, including menopause, perimenopause, right? Zinc is a great mineral to use, whether it be externally, like inside of our Soothe and Balance, like inside of our hair repair shampoo, or internally when you're taking it with a multivitamin or something of that nature, okay? So this is gonna help to reduce the inflammation, it's gonna help to soothe the scalp, it's gonna help to take away that itch. And if you have scalp congestion issues like dermatitis, dandruff, psoriasis, all those good things, it's going to also help with that. Oh, yes. Y'all don't even understand how good my scalp feels right now because the itchiness is gone just that fast. Just that fast. Have you guys seen how much my hair has grown? Like, let's really talk about it. I could not do a leave out quick weave. Let's say not even 60 days ago. I could not do a leave out quick weave and not have an issue with blending. Now, my hair is almost to the bridge of my nose, and I have a pixie that I just decided to grow out. I actually just cut it back off the other day. Who can attest to the fact that I just cut my hair off the other day because I was impatient and I wanted to wear my hair in a pixie, so I went and cut off all the sides. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, right? Okay. Now, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Hold on, you guys. I'm getting a message and I can't read it. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Could you please tell me about the zinc and what is the cost? So our Soothe and Balance pre-poo and pre-treatment is actually a part of the Soothe My Scalp kit, which is a starter kit that you can definitely use. This is one of those products where it can be used as a pre-treatment, but it can also be used as a post-treatment, right? So you guys just saw me use it in a post-treatment rather than just a pre-treatment. And I only say post-treatment because when I did my shampoo just a moment ago, I did my shampoo process and I had already gotten to the point where it's time for my conditioner. And then my scalp just still felt very itchy. Like my scalp was just so itchy. So it made me say, okay, like, let me just go ahead and do this now because I can't really get past the itch. And then I just took this weave out that was in my head for literally 3 days. And within 3 days, my scalp is so itchy. That's inflammation. That's the easiest way to explain inflammation. Itchiness in the scalp shows inflammation in the body. Now, am I saying this in a way where it shows inflammation in the body like, oh my gosh, you need to be oh so worried, go see your doctor, there's a lot going on, be scared? No, that's not what I mean. Inflammation can show in so many other forms. And that's what made me talk about autoimmune diseases like thyroid disease, diabetes, lupus, high blood pressure, because they cause inflammation in the body, and itchy scalp is usually one of our biggest problems. Can somebody attest to that? That if you deal with an autoimmune issue on a regular basis like me, I'm hypothyroid 24/7. I eat a candy bar, I gain 72 pounds overnight. Like, that's just a part of my life. Any type of hormonal changes, menopause, perimenopause, itchy scalp is usually one of your biggest problems. Am I correct? Itchy scalp is always one of them. Yeah. So for my TikTok family over here, I did put the Soothe My Scalp and Itchy Starter Kit on the screen. It is on sale for $39. So you can grab the Soothe and Balance, which is exactly what you guys saw me use. That is what I was talking about when we talk about itchy scalp relief, inflammation, pre-treatments to get the calmness in the head so that you can move into if you're gonna wear a wig. If I'm going to install a unit, I'm using the Soothe and Balance before I go. Because you know, some of y'all stylists now are telling y'all to come already washed. So go ahead and make sure that you're doing it the right way. Cleanse the hair, use that Soothe and Balance, get that itch taken care of, get that inflammation taken care of so that you can get longevity in your actual installation. Now me, wig install is not my friend, so guess what? I'm going in and I'm doing a quick weave today. No, Soothe and Balance is no joke. All right, so let me rinse my hair out, y'all, so give me a second. Ooh, my scalp feels so cool. Oh my gosh. My scalp feels cool. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, yes. Yes, Lord. Oh my gosh. I know, I'm sorry, y'all. The sound effects are horrible. I am so sorry. So I'm just making sure that I rinse everything out thoroughly. Super duper important. Oh, yes, Lord. Thank you. Okay. So this is also what I was pointing out a moment ago when I was saying the cocktail that I did and why I did that cocktail. Okay. So the reason I did the cocktail that I just did, which was the Soothe and Balance and the Biotin Boost shampoo. This is a biotin based sulfate free shampoo. This is a zinc, menthol, peppermint essential oil, you name it. Both are all sulfate free. That's number one. Sulfates dry the hair out. That's why all of our elite hair care shampoos are sulfate free on purpose. Okay? I use these two together because I actually did this particular cocktail after I had already done my treatment shampoos. And what you don't want to run the risk of is dehydration to the hair because this is a pre-treatment. It's very strong. It's very cooling. It leaves the hair and the scalp feeling absolutely amazing. But this is for pre-treatment, so it can actually leave the hair feeling slightly dry if you use it as a standalone after you've already done your wash day. So I did a cocktail with the Biotin Boost shampoo and this together, about 25% of this and the rest 75% of this, because I wanted to make sure that I did not dehydrate my hair after knowing that I'm not going to do another shampoo after this. That's why we call it a pre-treatment, because I know that you are going to either moisturize or you're going to do some repairing, some strengthening, and that is going to counteract the dryness that can come from the Soothe and Balance. Okay, when you guys use a lot of those minty shampoos, do you ever notice that it leaves the hair very dry? Well, one, they leave the hair very dry because most other companies do not use sulfate-free formulas. I specialize in ethnic hair care. I specialize in textured hair care. My products can be used by all nationalities, but I know that the biggest issue that my textured hair community has is what? Dehydration of the hair. So that is the reason why I made sure that all of our products are sulfate free. Can I purchase them wait, hold on, let me read your message. Can I purchase them together, and what would I use behind those two products? So we don't have a bundle that has the Soothe and Balance and the Bio Boost shampoo together. We have a bundle that has the Soothe and Balance, the Super G serum, and the clarifying shampoo together, which is what you see pinned on the screen for $39. But you can also get the Bio Boost shampoo as a standalone, and that will also be one that you can use to add to your arsenal. So you can kind of make that bundle yourself, right? So let me add I'll add the Bio Boost to the cart for you, so then you'll be able to get that too. And let me see here. I'm trying to add it, but I can't see it. There we go. Okay. So the Bio Boost Strengthening Shampoo, I just added that. The leave-in conditioner, I just added that. The hair mask that I'm about to use, the Soothe and Balance, all of those are now on the screen, like in the cart. So if you click the little cart button, you'll be able to see them all. And I'm going to put the Bio Boost on flash for you. So it will come up as $9. Confirm. Okay, so if you go into the little shopping cart, you'll see the Bio Boost shampoo and the Bio Boost conditioner. All of them are there so that you can get them and save a couple coins, save you some coins, girl, and be able to do exactly what you see me talking about now. Ooh. My scalp is so cool, y'all. That's why it's gonna clear any type of, baby, any type of cold or congestion that you have going on. Best believe that thing is gonna solve that problem for you. Oh my gosh, that's for sure. That is for sure, for sure. Okay, so that is on the screen for you. I put it on flash sale for my TikTok family, so you'll be able to grab it. And it's actually $10.50. I said $9, but it's $10.50. There you go. So everything that you need, if you just click the cart, you'll be able to see it. Whew. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our conditioner. So I'm using the Bio Deep Fortifying Mask. This is a deep penetration biotin hair mask that I'm using, okay? This is going to be your go-to. I'm gonna tell you the different people that can use this, all right? Follow me. One, I have a 2-year-old who has more hair than most adults, and he's had that hair since he was born. He started out with a mini afro. About 2 weeks after birth, he had a mini afro, like it was thick. Now he just has a ton of hair, and he is also my one child who knows how to test my patience, and he is extremely so-called tender-headed. I don't feel that he's tender-headed. I feel that he's mom tender-headed. The reason why I say he's mom tender-headed is because it only seems to come out when I'm combing his hair. Okay. Anyhow, one day I was trying to do his wash day in the kitchen sink because that's where I do his hair. It's easier. He doesn't stay calm, but it's easier. And his hair was definitely tangled because when I'm trying to take his hair out, it's just not going to happen. It is one of those things where it's just a long day trying to do his hair. I told Christian, I was like, Christian, go in the laundry room and bring me the blue hair mask in the jar. Because one, I honestly just wanted to condition his hair, but I wanted something thicker than our instant conditioners. He brings me the Bio Deep mask. I'm gonna call her back. I'll call you back, B. He brings me the Bio Deep mask. And at first, I was like, is this what I told him to bring me? But I couldn't remember because my ADHD had kicked in at the time. When I put this on Kasim's hair, baby, if I tell you that hair combed out in minutes, like when I say minutes, meaning 1 to 2 minutes with a wide tooth comb. And I literally was like, oh my gosh. So this also is great for detangling? Oh, who told y'all to make me find out that this was so good for detangling on hair that is more dense than normal hair? So baby, not only is our Bio Deep Fortifying Mask going to help with strengthening because it is a biotin-based hair mask, it is also going to help with the detangle factor. And baby, when I tell you that I don't use any other conditioner on Kasim at this point, this is the only one. This is the only one that I'm going to be using on my baby. because this is the only one that allows me to detangle him and comb him out after just taking his braids out. And no, I cannot pre-detangle him dry. That's not gonna happen. So all I do is just make sure that I get all at least 95 to 97. I'm gonna call my cousin back too. 97% of this out of his hair, out of the braids and stuff out of his hair. And then baby, we are going straight in with the Bio Deep Fortify Mask after I shampoo him. And I shampoo him twice. Once with the clarifying shampoo. Sometimes I can't clarify him because I already know that that is going to cause a problem. Sometimes I'll just use the Moist Repair shampoo. And then for his conditioner, we go straight into the Bio Deep. I don't change from the Bio Deep with him because I know that it works and I know that it helps with his detangling. And he is 2 years old. And baby, you know you are at the mercy of your 2-year-old. So don't even try it. Now, I'm not even using a wide tooth comb. I'm using a fine tooth cheapo beauty supply comb that I probably shouldn't be using. But guess what? I want y'all to really just look and pay attention how easy it is combing through this hair. Like, come on now. Didn't I say detangle? Baby, that's what I meant. Yeah. Detangle. And I just rough cut my hair, rolled it up, winded it up, did all that good stuff. Kim's hair care, she's like, thank you for giving us a 40% off. So every single thing right now, y'all, let me do a thing. Let me do a thing. Mute it. Everything today on the Elite Hair Care and Miss Crystal Williams website is 50% off, excluding our new and improved Mended collection. But everything is 50% off. Everything is 50% off. No code is needed. And then our Prevail Seamless units are 15% off. And you can use that together with the 50% off products in your cart. Also, you guys know that I released my launch of my birthday duo, which is our Rich Auntie 622 scent. It's a floral scent. It smells so good. It smells like lilac and gardenia. It's just so luxury. But that particular birthday duo is available over on MissCrystalWilliams.com. You get the body gloss and the body wash together as a bundle. All right, so now I can unmute. All right, so you guys saw how easy this baby. I have a relaxer, by the way. So the curl pattern you see, I still have curly hair. I will not wear my hair this way because I don't enjoy it. But God bless me with a curly coral pattern that does not go away. So that's just what I got. All right, so I'm about to do the one thing that we hate the most, which is the cold water rinse. Anybody that knows me or knows yourself, I don't know many people who enjoy rinsing their hair with cold water. But keep in mind that cold water rinsing after a conditioner is the most vital step for the hair. Why? Because this is going to seal the deal of all the work that you've done in your wash day. This is going to seal the deal. So make sure when you are rinsing out any conditioner, it doesn't matter if you're using our Bio Deep Fortify Mask, our instant conditioners, whatever conditioners excluding protein treatment, you are going to rinse with cold water. Now, please bypass my sound effects that are about to happen. I'm gonna hold it in if I can. I usually can't, but I'm gonna try. So you wanna just follow me. Jesus, I'm already. Okay. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. This thing never gets any better. Oh, this water is like needles. Oh. Oh my gosh, I feel like my head is numb. Oh, okay, Mom. That's the last one. Right there. Baby, I try to be, listen, do as I say and not as I do. My cold water rinse be the shortest rinse that I've ever had in my life. It just doesn't get any better. It doesn't matter how often you do it. It's just always bad. I can't be the only one that feels this way. Cold water rinse is never a fun rinse for me. Hi, thank you. I saw you calling, but I'm on live on like 3 devices, so I couldn't answer. I'm sorry. But I saw you calling. I'll call you back. I'll call you back, D. Can't you tell? So Donette was there. she saw when I took the wig off my head, and I didn't even have to do much. I really didn't. Okay, so my hair is now shampooed. We're about to go get ready to do this quick weave. So, y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Oh, man. Wow. That cold water rinse is intense for me. Okay, why? It's never a great day with a cold water rinse. I don't know why. I just can't get past it. I want to see who actually enjoys a cold water rinse. Can somebody tell me in the comments, do you actually enjoy cold water rinses? I really would like to see who enjoys it. Because I don't. I guess they say that it's more like, hold on guys, we're moving and grooving. We're moving around. I guess they say that it's just beneficial. So when it's beneficial, you know, you got to just kind of deal with it. The benefit outweighs the risk of you freezing your scalp. But I still can't enjoy a cold water rinse. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. I can't be the only one that feels this way, but it's not exciting. It's not exciting. I've never gotten excited about a cold water rinse. I will not get excited about cold water rinse. I just deal with it. I just deal with it. Okay. So now we are about to get this hair dry, get my extensions, prep my hair for this quick weave. So we've already done majority of the prep work, which majority of the prep work here was making sure that my hair, my scalp, everything was prepped and clean, making sure that we got any residue off from the adhesive from the wig install, all that good stuff. We got all that off. Okay. I know I need a couple things. So can you guys sit tight for just a moment? Let me go grab what I need. Hey, Rhonda. And then we're just gonna get the ball rolling because there's a lot of prep work for me. And I say there's a lot of prep work for me, but this is really the longest part of an install for me, the prep. Because I'm doing a middle part, but I'm leaving some hair out. Thank you, Rhonda. So this is really the more part that takes the longest. So you guys sit for just a moment. Y'all don't leave me. I'll be right back. In the meantime, let me just say it this way. In the meantime, you guys shop the flash sale, shop the flash sale, shop the flash sale. We got different sales going on. Over here, you know, the pro team, you guys already know, CW does not need a code. No, CW does not need a code. There's no code for CW. Is it saying you need one? If it's saying you need one, let me know. Because you don't. Let me jump over there anyway. It didn't change? Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. I know why it didn't. I didn't actually update this. So hold on one second. Let me update it. Thank you, Elaine. Journey, Wagwan sister in A. Okay, try it now. It should be working now. So if you refresh your screen, the CW code is working. It should be active right now. Let's see here. Okay, yep, it's working. Just me, refresh your screen. Refresh your screen. Thank you for today. Everyone is hands-on with order processing. Unless there's something that's remaining in production, I want all team processing orders in regards to you picking and them packing. Ensure to show Sharon how to pack correctly, and also ensure that you're using the blue totes when you are processing the orders. Every order should be in a different tote, no exceptions. Business is business, y'all, as usual. I got a few things to Journey. I promise you, Journey, you play with me today. You play with me today, Journey. You go learn today. See, the people who attended my surprise party, they got footage that they shouldn't have gotten. Because your girl was shaking. I ain't get this butt induced and increased for no reason. I ain't get this booty here for me not to show it out. No, I'm just playing. I was shaking it like a salt shaker. And I also shook a lot of shots yesterday. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, no, I said no footage from that. Y'all gonna have to wait till later because I got a vlog that I'll be posting and you guys will be able to see it. But you guys sit tight. Y'all see the ADHD kicked in? Let me go and grab the items that I need to do my hair. Can everybody sit tight for just a moment? Let me go grab them. I appreciate y'all. Don't leave me. Oh, okay. So let me get my hair. Here's some of my hair. Baby. I'm on high from yesterday. I said I'm on high from yesterday. I can't hear you. Okay, I'm back. So I had to go and get hair glue, stocking cap, more hair, all of the hair supplies I need, my blow dryer, because I need to blow dry this wet hair. And then I got all of my hair that I'm using. So this is all Vietnamese. And that's what I'll be using for my install today. Vietnamese hair. Okay. You said Goddess Polish is sold out? Really? Where's my mouse? Okay, so let me do this first. I'll check that in just a moment. Let me blow dry my hair. Get this taken care of. So before I start my blow dry, I'm gonna use some Shield heat and humidity protectant spray. I'm also gonna use I'm gonna use our peptide revival serum. And then for my leave-in conditioner, I'm gonna use the Bio Boost leave-in conditioner. All right, so first things first, before I start my blow dry, I'm gonna go ahead and put our peptide revival serum on my scalp. Okay, super duper important that if you know you're gonna be doing a blow dry, you know you're gonna be doing installation, then you wanna make sure that you give the scalp what it needs ahead of time. This is also a part of the process of making sure that your prep is on point. Whenever I'm doing prep of my clients, I'm making sure that during the wash day, number one, that their hair is not only clean, but I also wanna make sure that I'm giving them everything that they need based on the fact that they will be wearing something with a little more longevity. And it's not going to be, oh, I'll wash my hair in about a week. So my objective is to always make sure. Vendor, you say you just tried and it's still the same. What is it that you just tried? What website is she on? Let me make sure that I'm helping her. Anyway, sidetrack. So I'm always making sure that I'm taking care of the hair and the scalp before any type of install. So that's what made me say, okay, I know that I'm gonna be putting an install in. I'm gonna use our Peptide Revival Serum, which this is our African Goddess Peptide Revival Serum. This is going to be your go-to for any type of scalp inflammation. Maybe you're having stagnated growth. Remember, you guys, when I said I had ended up pulling out an entire patch of hair from pulling out a quick weave back from, a couple months ago? Well, everybody was asking, what did I use to regrow this area right here that was baby butt bald? And I told you guys that I did a combination of two serums. I used our Goddess Hair Repair Serum, where's my bottle? So I used the Goddess Hair Repair Serum, and then I also alternated with our Peptide Revival Serum. Just me, it is. I'm looking at it right now. It's live. The sale over on CW is live. I just looked at it. What is not coming up? Because I'm looking at it. It's definitely active right now. That and the Pervade Seamless Units 15% off. Both are active right now. Okay, so I just put that. Let me put some right here in the crown of my head. Definitely an important space. And then I always make sure that I do my entire hairline. And then whenever you put serums on the hair, excuse me, not even on the hair, on the scalp, you want to make sure that you are massaging them in. When you say alternate, how did you do it? So on one day, I would use the Goddess Hair Repair Serum. And then on another day, I would use the African Goddess. I wouldn't do both the same day. Oil and water don't mix. So the Goddess Hair Repair Serum was my starting serum when the situation first happened with it baby butt bald. When I'm talking about bald spot, I mean bald spot, okay? And then the Revive or Revival Serum, I would do that the next day. And I'm very transparent, you guys. There were some days that I forgot. I'm a human being like everybody else. But on the days that I did not forget, I was making sure that I would do the Goddess Hair Repair Serum, which was really the main one for me. And then the Peptide Revival Serum, because I know that copper peptides help to put the hair back into the growth phase, in the growth cycle, and keep you in that phase. But is it enough for a situation of trauma like what I had where I pulled the quick weave out and it pulled the hair out with it? No. And that is the reason why the Goddess Hair Repair Serum was also one of the serums that I used more than the Peptide Revival Serum. I did use more Goddess Hair Repair Serum than the Peptide Revival Serum. But both had a reason. Both needed each other. Like each part needed both. So this one spot needed two different things. Okay. So now I have my serum, which I use the African Goddess Peptide Revival Serum. I'm going to go ahead and spray my hair with leave-in conditioners. Thank you, Daughter of Zion. So I'm using the Bio Boost leave-in conditioning spray. Okay. If you guys notice, when I sprayed my leave-in conditioner, I was not right here. That is crazy, crazy work, okay? You want to make sure that you hold your sprayer at least 8 to 12 inches away from the head, and you are misting it on, and then you rub it in, okay? Leave-in conditioner is needed for the hair, not the scalp, right? And then because I know that I'm going to be using a blow dryer and because I know that I'll be having leave out with my install, I'm also going to be using the Shield Heat and Humidity Protectant Spray because this is going to help with 1, heat protection up to 425 degrees, 2, humidity protectant. I live in Florida. It's extremely disrespectful and Florida has no care about my hair. And 3, I also want to make sure that I'm protecting my hair from the UVA and B rays outside. All right, so that all goes hand in hand. If you guys notice, I gave just a little bit more penetration of spray right here because that is where my leave out is. A lot of you experience burnout with your leave out because you guys are doing, the same thing over and over to an area, but you're not protecting the area as you should be. This is why I say the prep work is the most important here. Prep work is the most important part of this process. It is not the finished style. Yes, the finished style. Oh, your girl had one strand come out the whole time. Look at that. The finished style is important, absolutely. But really, your hair under it is even more important. You only have one head of hair. What product do you suggest for locks? The Moist Repair. CW site is not reflecting the sale price. I need to go and see this because I'm on there right now and I'm not sure what it's not reflecting the sale price on. What's not reflecting? Like what product are you trying to add? Because it's actually showing here. I'm testing it right now. Let's see here. No. Which body wash? Hold on, y'all. Soaps and washes, body gloss and glazes. %50 off, no minimum requirements, no limits. Caramel apple. Today is the 22nd, right? I'm gonna try to order myself. Hold on. So let me add, I'm gonna add 5 Peach Please body glosses. Check out. That's odd. Hold on, pros. I know why. Hold on. Hold that thought, hold that thought. If you guys give me 2.7 seconds, I figured out why it wasn't working. It actually wasn't working all this week and nobody even told me. Okay, you guys try it now. Try it now. It should be working now. Yeah, it's working now. Try it now, you guys. So the 50% off over on Miss Crystal Williams should be working now. All right. So now that the prep work is done, I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry my hair. Thank you guys for letting me know. Thank you, Carolyn. Ooh, that gray hair. Y'all see that gray hair? Wowzer. Thank you. Okay. Hair is now blow dried. Now, I want y'all to see how much my hair has grown. This color that you guys see up here used to be about right here. In the front, it was all of the front. So that tells you how much my hair has grown in the last couple months because I just did this color within the last few months. I cut my sides off and I went back to a short style, and now look at my hair. And I'm fine textured, everybody. I have fine textured hair. Everybody knows I've always said it. I have fine textured hair. I always make the joke that I have 32 strands of hair, being funny. But this is how much my hair has grown. Look how full my hair is, density-wise. And I'm fine textured. Now this hairline is gray. So I want everybody to see that hairline is gray. Ooh. Oh my gosh. And this was a bald spot the other day. Look at this. Look at that. That was a bald spot the other day. That was a whole bald spot. Look at it now. I always have to pull my hair out because the gray hair makes me look like I'm bald in the front or something, and I'm nowhere near. So I always have to pull the hair out so people can see that there's actual hair there, but it's gray. Yeah, the hairline is where all of my gray is. I have all my gray right here in the front. It's not even in the middle. It's just in the front. My hair has definitely grown so much more, especially because I tell people that, yes, I wear extensions now because I'm growing it out or whatever. I'm still relaxed. I'm not changing my relaxer. I love my relaxer. But I take very good care of my hair, even with installs, excluding when I pulled it out being, impatient. I take very good care of my hair. You can still have a very healthy head of hair and still have extensions when you want. You just have to take good care of your hair and use the right products. I can't stress that anymore. Use the right products. Use the products that are catered to your hair. That is the easiest way to get a healthy head of hair. Using the products that is catered to your hair texture and hair type. That's it. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Y'all see that? That's hair. I actually need a trim. I need to do a trim. I need probably about that much trimmed. Because I always make sure that I take care of my hair. I'm always cutting my hair too. I actually told everybody I was gonna grow my hair out the other day, and what did I do? Cut it back off. Yeah. And then it grew back out. So y'all can see with your own two eyes, it grew back out. I'm back at growth mode right now. Yeah, I'm back at grow mode. I gotta take these panels off because they're not doing any kind of goodness for me. All right, so let's go ahead and get my hair prepped for this quick weave. Y'all give me a second. You okay, honey? Good. Taking a nap? Oh. All right. So I do my prep work when we come to this part a little bit different because I know I perspire a lot, and this is very unorthodox for those who have seen these installs, right? So first things first, I know that I'm gonna be leaving out my middle section. Okay, so I know I'm leaving out my middle section. So I definitely know that I'm gonna part that out first. So what I like to do is I like to do my middle part first. And that's an easy way to get your middle. Start from your nose and lead up to your hair. The nose, the bridge of your nose will show you right where your middle is. Okay? That is the easiest way to get a good middle part. All right? All right. Whew. Now, is my middle part bone straight right now? Like the bone middle part right now? No. But my reason for showing out where my middle part is because I want to make sure that when I do my leave out, I have enough hair to do the actual leave out. And I want a deep middle part. So I'm leaving out a good amount of hair. And then I'm actually going to put tracks in between my hair at the top as well. All right. So now we have our middle part section. Okay. That's our middle part section right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to 2-strand twist this because I can't braid going forward. I don't know how. I can braid going back, but I can't braid going forward. But I'm going to 2-strand twist this or a rope twist this towards the front of my head so that I know that this is out of the way and I have enough hair left out to be able to do, you know, whatever I need to do. Now I'm going to take a rubber band and I'm going to rubber band this section in the front of my head. Okay, so that's my leave out right here. Everybody's with me. That's my leave out. Don't forget my TikTok family, all of our elite hair care products, well, specifically our Bio Boost bundle is on Flash and it is currently almost 50% off, if not more. And then for my pros, you guys already know the 50% off. Thank you. Same to you. Same to you. The 50% off is on both CW and EHC. I'm not sure if I missed it, but what are the fragrance notes for Rich Auntie? Ooh, Jesus. Let me give you the fragrance notes for Rich Auntie. I have all 3 of these phones using and can't do nothing with them. Hold on, y'all. I'll tell you. So to give you an example of really what the scent is for Rich Auntie, it's a floral and sweet scent. So it's a floral scent, it's a sweet scent. It's really a mixture of lilac and jasmine and gardenia. That's the easiest way for me to describe it. I don't have the actual notes, But I have really the descriptor of the notes, which is floral, sweet, a mixture of lilac, jasmine, and gardenias. That's really the best description for it. Goddess polish, yes. Let me go look. Thank you. Let's see, got that one. I'm making sure that we had reserve on this product before I do it. Okay, it should be back in stock now. It was actually the sprayer that was out of stock. It wasn't the actual item. Yeah, it's fine now. There you go. So you should be okay now. It was the sprayer that was out of stock, not the product itself. And sprayers, we actually put those separately. I don't know why we didn't update the sprayers, but it's back in stock now. So you should be okay to go and get all of the items you want. We're not out of stock of anything at all. Everything on EHC is 50% off. My TikTok family, same thing. Oh. There we go. It just had the word 59. The word says 59, but it's actually 50. It actually equates to 50. That's what happens when you do stuff after a birthday party that you didn't know you were having, and you are awake at 11:42 and you're trying to make sure that everything on there is showing, and you go and you do stuff in the middle of you being asleep and also slightly not in your right mind. Oh my gosh. But no, it's 50% off. It is definitely 50% off, and then free shipping over $99. So all of the recovery systems are back in stock because we didn't have the sprayers updated. But everything is back in stock. Like in regards to products, we were actually not sold out of any products. It was the sprayers and the caps that were showing zero, and that's what made everything show zero. So you guys can go and get any products that you need. Everything is showing. I'm looking at it. Yep, everybody. Everybody good. Everybody good. All right, let's finish this process here. Okay, so how I do my install. Number one, I like this to be nice and flat. So I don't braid my hair down because I perspire a lot anyway. I actually just comb it down the way it is. Okay. And then for the area that is right around my part, I take I can get this off. There we go. I take some silicone protectant and I put it right here. And then I also put it right here. You'll see why in just a moment. I don't put it on the rest of my hair. I put it right here because this area is where the most glue is going to be. And because I want to make sure that I don't get any type of glue on this area. But the reason why I'm also saying, you'll see why I say this is a very different way of doing it, is because I actually use the Eben spray on the rest of my hair. Most people are like, oh, you shouldn't, you're not supposed to spray it on the hair. Honestly, I spray it on mine because it actually is a great barrier for a hair like me who perspires a lot. And when I go to wash my hair, it rinses right off. I don't have to do anything. You'll see what I mean. And then I actually put a stocking cap on. And I always tell people, how you do yours is how you do yours. I do mine's based on what I know my hair needs and how my hair works. So everybody's going to be different. I always say that. Everybody's going to be different. Now this, I actually need this to be a lot tighter because I don't want it to get in the way. So let me fix this. I need this thing to like lay down so that when I put my stocking cap on, it stays flat. And I don't want my hair to get in the way. Thank you. So Dahlia, you do know that our products are now available locally in Michigan at UN Beauty Supply and Beauty Plus. In one is in Garden City, one is in 7 Mile, and then the other one is in Clifton Township. So if you're in any one of those areas, you can actually get our Elite Hair Care products in store locally. You're trying to grow out a pixie? I grew out my pixie. I'm coming from a pixie right now, and my hair literally like growing like weeds. You got to use the right products though. And you got to be consistent too. That's a big part of it. Okay, so as you guys can tell, I just put my cap on. Let me turn this on. Okay, so we're gonna put this baby on. And then I'm just pressing all of the protectant that I put on my hair. I'm pressing it into the cap. Okay, like so, like such. Now, the parts that's over my ears that you guys saw me pull down, I do this kind of like if you were doing a lace wig install, because I don't like the band of the cap being all tight on my head. Okay, so that's all there, just like that. Now, this is the part that I said is unorthodox to a lot of people, because a lot of people do not use this spray. But I actually use the Eben Wonder Bond for the rest of my hair, and I actually spray it onto the cap. People are like, oh my gosh, you shouldn't use that. To be quite honest, this works better to me for my situation than any other product. Not even to say, oh, it lasts a long time. No. But I literally can rinse it off, and it rinses with no problem. I don't have any issues with my hair. Um, this is really hairspray. If y'all really want to talk about it, this is really hairspray. But they're disguising it as an adhesive, and it's not an adhesive. It's not an adhesive. But, you know, I understand the sale concept of it, but okay. Um, it's really just extreme hold hairspray that they have marketed as an adhesive. It does have latex in it though, that I know. So I spray it. If you notice, I did not touch my hairline right here, and I did not touch my hairline right here. I don't put extensions on these parts of my hairline. That's important for me. So I go as close to it as possible, and then I just use my finger just to guide it. But I don't put any extensions on this part of my hairline. And if you guys notice too, the area where my hair came out, I actually use the long hair and I go down on that hair so that I know I have a base, like a cover or something of that nature. I like to put that there too. But again, like I said, this is unorthodox. Some people I've seen use this method. I've seen others, you know, do it the other way. This method works though. For me, it does. Okay, so now I'm gonna go under the dryer. Because this does need to dry. And it needs to dry thoroughly. So what I'm doing is making sure that I'm pressing my cap in because it's still wet. I didn't go to the band down here because I'll be cutting that part of the band off. So it goes right down to like right below my occipital bone. All right, so while I'm drying, if you guys have any hair care questions, you're welcome to ask. I'm gonna be combing my hair out and getting my extensions prepped for the installation itself. Hi, Mel. Let me just clean up my little work area here. Let's get my extensions over here that I'll be using. So these are actually our new Privé Vietnamese extensions or hair that I'm gonna be reinstalling. I've actually used these already, but this is an investment in hair, so you guys don't actually throw your extensions away. They can be used. You were trying to stay silent. Ain't no way you can do that. You don't even know how. My cousin said, that's why I was trying to stay silent. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm actually going to be using these, and then I'm gonna be mixing it in with some color. So I'm gonna get these ready while my hair is drying. So I already washed them and I set them to the side. Okay, so I'm just using a paddle brush. Uh-oh. I have my iron on. And then I'm just kind of straightening them out. so that I could see the lengths. And that's really, I don't really do, I probably should have done this before, you know, when I washed it and they were dry, but honestly, I just wash mine and put them away. I don't really do too much until I'm ready to use them. So this is double drawn, super high quality Vietnamese hair extensions. That's why they are, if you see the density in them, and they're full from the root all the way to the end. That's what you want when you're getting quality hair. You see, easy to comb out. Like these have been sitting in my bathroom cabinet, thrown around. I didn't do anything with these. And then I just take my iron and just flatten them out. It's easier for me to be able to place them as well when I pre-straighten them. Having them wavy is harder when you're trying to do your own install. Because then you're trying to go blow dry them and do all these things. I don't want to have to do that. So while I'm sitting here waiting, it's best for me to just straighten them out so I can see. So no, you do not throw away your high-end bundles. Question, my dear daughter-in-law and my son are pregnant with their first baby. They are an interracial couple. I'm so excited, also nervous. I was wondering if you could do a little show on how I don't know. Star, which one is 19? What am I missing? The dark spot serum, yes, it's on sale. Everything is on sale. Even the units are 15% off. Let me go look. Radiant Glow. Let me see what collection that's in. I mean, it should be. Not coming up when in the cart. Oh, I see why. It's not a part of a collection. Ask me why, I don't know. Okay, refresh your cart. It should come up. It should come up right now if you refresh your cart. It wasn't in a collection for some reason. There's so many kinks every time you just want to be great. Thank you. Let me put the long ones over there. wish I had my thing that I could use to just hold these extensions, and then it would make it so much faster for me to straighten these, but I don't have it. It's at the shop. Melissa, really? What are the qualifications for a good blow dryer and flat iron? Blow dryer, I would say it needs to have multi settings, meaning it's not just turn it on, turn it off. Blow dryer, I would say, you know, it needs to have a good power blower or motor on it. Really, the blow dryers, you can kind of get away with any blow dryer when you're kind of using at-home use. I would definitely say, you know, if you're a person who isn't good with a brush and blow out at the same time, get one that has a good comb attachment. Now, flat irons, you want to make sure that it has a variable temperature setting. That, you know, you get the plates that are catered to your hair. Some people need titanium, some people need ceramic. I would definitely say the weight of the flat iron matters. It's so many. There's so many things that I could say. It's hard for me to really just give you a hard or firm answer, because a lot of the flat irons, when you get them, you hate them at first, because a lot of the flat irons, they have to be broken in. You have to use them a couple times for you to really see how good they are. It doesn't start from the first use. Like, that's what I always say. Flat irons have to be tempered. They have to be used. And then once you use them, that's when you can tell if they're good or not. You know, how the plates glide on the hair. Like those really cheap ones that you see that are $9.99, they're $9.99 for a reason. Price point definitely tells you a whole lot about a flat iron too. People try to say, oh, the price doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It definitely matters. It definitely matters. Shout out to everybody who is shopping the birthday sale. My hair is mostly salt and pepper, salt and natural. My hair is mostly salt and natural. I want to cut the length and dye it white. No one here will do it. So you can't dye your hair white. It's not a thing. Um, that's not an actual color. If you're saying you want it to be completely salt, that's something that you have to be God given, unless you're gonna do a platinum color. Most people can't promise you a platinum color, especially if you're already salt. It's very complicated to get to. So I see why nobody would do it, because it's not really easily achievable. Your hair texture, most times it can't support that. And I feel like your hair will probably turn yellow. That's just my thought process. I think your hair would turn yellow. But I don't know without actually seeing your hair, but I just kind of feel like that's probably the problem. You need me then? You sure? Oh. I'm addicted to your product line. I just keep buying more, and now I'm afraid they will go bad if I don't use them within a year. What is the shelf life? So shelf life is usually a year. We say 12 months. But all of our products are preserved with a plant-based preservative. So they are shelf stable. We put 1 year, but we test the quality of life for up to 2 years. But on the label, we put 1 year on purpose, because we want to make sure that you don't keep them 5 years and then expect something dangerous. Let me see if I can do this one as one big piece. Probably not. I tried. I knew I wouldn't be able to. I don't even know why I tried. Crystal, I had a color treatment. Now today I decided I wanted a texturizer. I have to wait between the two. Should I just wait until after I get my texturizer for my protein? When you say you had a color treatment, do you mean a permanent color or a semi-permanent color? There's a big difference. Was it a semi-permanent, a demi-permanent, or permanent? Did it require two things to be mixed together? Semi. Okay, no. You can do it when you want. You can do it whenever. If it was something that required two things to be mixed together, that would make it either a demi or permanent, and you can't do a texturizer. I don't recommend you doing it over that. Because baby, you can be baby butt bald. That's happened to me before too. Hey, hello, chatters. I haven't caught a live in a couple months. Still loving you. Thank you. But I want it. Can I do it with a fashion color semi-permanent? Semi-permanent can be done at any point. Anything can be done on top of a semi-permanent color. Happy birthday, Queen. What do you think of keratin treatments? I'm not a fan of keratin treatments on textured hair. They weren't really designed for textured hair. People just try to manipulate them for textured hair. But you cannot retouch a keratin treatment, and keratin treatments require a ton of heat. So I don't offer keratin treatments for that reason, because I know what's going to end up happening in the long run. See, the stylists, they don't tell you what the long run problem is going to be. They're going to tell you, oh, your hair's going to be so much more manageable, blase squab, because they want to get that couple $100s from you. But they know that thing is not going to work for your hair. Over time, you're going to start shedding like an animal, because that high level of heat is not made for your hair. They're literally burning a product into the hair in so many words. Will it hurt your hair? It can. I'm not the stylist that did it, so, or is doing it, but it can hurt your hair. I haven't seen anyone who has been getting keratin treatments and have textured hair have anything good to say about it 6 to 8 months later. Sometimes even shorter than that. So that should tell you a lot. But I can't sit here and tell you, oh, you know what, if it's going to be good or bad. That's a conversation that I always recommend you have with the professional that's attempting to give you this service. They know better. So they need to do better. But to answer your question, I don't offer them for that purpose. All right, my hair is dry. Let's get it cool now. I just want to finish up these extensions, straightening these things out, so it makes my job so much easier when I'm installing them. You know what? I could have kept these two together. Too late now. Yes, keratin start out nice, but over periods of months, the hair becomes thin and brittle, that part. And that's what I'm trying to say. Even with silk amino acid treatments, I'm not a fan of those either. But those are better than keratin treatments. Just look for another option other than a perm. I'm looking for another option other than a perm. Honestly, it's either, me personally, I tell people relax it or wear it natural and get your silk presses here and there. I don't think that in between is gonna really help you, because over time the hair is not going to thrive the way you think it is. So it's either you're gonna get a relaxer or you're gonna wear it natural. But that trying to be in between where, you know, I can stay natural, but I can go straight when I want. Okay, you can do that by simply getting a silk press. It just doesn't make sense for me to tell someone, oh, get this amino acid treatment when I know that over time, this is not gonna work. The hair is confused and it's not made to go back and forth like that. It's either you're gonna chemically alter it or you're not gonna chemically alter it. But trying to use something that allows you, oh yeah, it gives you the longevity to go back and forth between the two. A silk press does too, temporarily, and not worry about burnout. Hey. All right, I'm gonna turn this one off over here because this one ain't really. All right, trying to finish this part up. Move some of this stuff so I can just put the iron there. I'm getting my extensions that I'm gonna be using. So I'm putting some color in there into this style. And I'm trying to make sure that I have a lot of my color pieces. I've gotten into liking more lighter hair color than darker colors. I don't like the darker colors. Now, like before, I would not dibble in hair color on extensions. You couldn't get me to do it because I was so afraid of what it would look like. Now, this is my favorite color. It's like this 27 style look of color. Like this is my favorite color. Now, I don't even want my hair dark anymore. I like a mixture of tone. I like my hair to just be like super flowy, you know, hanging out. Everything is just kind of like a blend. Like that's the kind of color that I like now. I don't want dark colors anymore. You know how when when we were younger, all you wanted was solid black? Just me. What auction? Girl, you asked about the auction yesterday, and I'm like, what auction? I don't have an auction getting ready for right now. Now, once we finish with the rollout of our new look, because we're working on our new labels and updating the look of our Elite Hair Care products. We will more than likely have like a huge clear out sale for all of the old labels. But right now we're not really doing that. That girl it acted like, oh, when's the auction? What auction? Just me just knows she's calling it and she's speaking it into existence. Anybody knows me knows that my auctions are crazy. My auctions are crazy. I love doing the auctions though. They're so much fun. I probably should do an auction right before Adriana goes away to college and just utilize all the funds from the auction towards every item that she doesn't have that I have to now purchase because she's my child. And I'm her walking bank. Y'all see how that goes? When you're your child's walking ATM. Mm-hmm. That part. Yeah, the auctions are always the bomb. I love the lighter color against your complexion. Me too. And I like it to have a lot of body, like a lot of volume. If you guys like volume in your hair, put some ones in the chat. I've noticed that, okay, so another thing that I noticed that as I got more mature in age, I started liking volume. I didn't like my hair straight anymore. I wanted to have a lot of density, a lot of movement. Most people who are fine textured, we do not want flat hair. That is the ugliest thing ever. You already have flat hair. Nobody wants flat hair when you're fine textured. That's when I noticed that I really want, I want more density and length. Not length, more density and volume. I don't really too care for long hair. I prefer it long if I'm gonna wear like my bang wig or something. And even then I don't want it long. All right, my Facebook family, I'm about to let y'all go. I'll see everybody later. Now, my YouTube family, y'all can hang out with your girl. Hang out with your girl. We're gonna finish this thing today. All right, let me see. It says I can turn this live into a reel. Let's do that. Because I have, the live was so long. It's saying that the live was so long that you only gonna be able to save this thing for 30 days. I don't see it turn. Okay, there we go. Okay, this thing is acting a fool. Come on now. You know what? Let me just save it and I'll go back and do it. Which collection for postpartum hair? So postpartum, you would use, I would say one of our 90-day recovery systems. You can do growth and density. That's really the best one for what you're looking for, the growth and density. That 90-day recovery system. That's one of the besties for you. And it's 50% off. So you better get it today, honey. Don't hold. Don't hold. Go ahead and get it because it's 50% off. Save you some coins. That's what we're doing right now. We saving coins. Is it possible to achieve good deep condition with a steamer? A steamer, hair steamer, yes. Body heat, it's gonna take a lot longer and the cuticle will never really open with just body heat. So I would definitely say a hair steamer or a hooded dryer. You can do either or. The hair steamer is definitely great if you're trying to introduce hydration into it, moisture into it, really drive it into the cuticle. You can also do so with a hooded dryer. It's just gonna be more dry heat. When is the steamer coming and are you giving lessons on how to use it? So the steamer is coming very, very soon. I mean, you don't really need lessons on how to use the hair steamer. You think you need lessons on how to use a hair steamer? It is really self-explanatory. Now, how to set it up, yes, because it's really, that really is easy too. But you'll definitely get instructions on, how to get yourself set up, meaning put it together, because it comes, in like 2 little pieces that you have to put together. That's really it. And then, of course, how to use it. That's really technique too. It's not really let me not even say it's technique because it's only one way to really use it. But setting it up, yes, and then, you can use it for any deep conditioning service outside of protein treatments. Our goal is to get it rolled out before Black Friday. Well before that, actually. Okay, I'm almost done prepping this hair. I think I have a lot of hair that I'm putting in, but I posted, like I'll be posting clips and stuff from when I'm on the show. And then I just looked at my hair the other day when I had it really long and curly, and I just loved it. Sorry, pros. I was on a phone call. I was on a call. That's why you guys couldn't hear me. All right, let's go ahead and get this hair done. Let's go ahead and take this stocking cap off. Ugh. All right, so this part of the process is not really take long. As long as I'm not like talking too much, I can get this part done. And then let me cut off this back piece. Okay, that's taken off. Yes. Hair is laid. Yes. Cap. Edges are out. Yes. And then let me get this piece off here. Which this is not exciting because I'm like making sure that I don't cut my hair. Trying to lift it. There we go. So did I tell you guys that I'm planning a New York pop-up? That I'll be coming to the NYC. I'm also going to be doing a Michigan pop-up for all of our Michigan Elite Hair Care Pros, because we will be doing a activation at the beauty supplies that we're in. So I'm planning a tour for that as well. Okay, I think I got most of it off. All right, so now let me make sure that I cut this off. All right, that's off. And then let's go over here. Make sure that my part is exposed. Yes, okay, good. All right, so y'all see how nice and flat that is? That is what we want when we are talking about the cap laying. That's how flat I want my cap laid. And I didn't put any glue around my hairline. Like, I don't know who does that. That is crazy to me. Like the one girl who did an install for me the other day, she used the glue to carve out your hairline. Baby, you're putting glue on my hairline to secure my stocking cap that has no protectant under it. Make it make sense. Like, where does that make sense for me? Come on. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get these extensions in. I'm going to start with the back. So because I'm using extensions that I've already installed before, I'm going to kind of measure them out as I go along to make sure that they fit where they need to fit. That's also the reason why I like to straighten them out first, because I can always kind of map out where the hair will be. Come on now. Hold on now. Have you thought about bringing back the scents? Yes, but we have so much working on right now. That's kind of been like the secondary thought right at this very second, but it's coming. Thank you, Star, for dropping the info about today's sales, where you guys know all of our elite hair care products and the Miss Crystal Williams products are % off today, being my birthday. So for those of you that don't know, yes, today is my 40th birthday, and in celebration of my 40th birthday, I asked everybody to go grab some Miss CW and elite hair care products and save you some coins while you're at it. All right, so making sure that I got all of these pieces. I had some shorter ones than these down here somewhere. Right here. That's the next to shortest. That's in the front. That's got in the front too. That's in the front too. All of those are in the front. Okay, so these are all front pieces. I can tell. Let me see these long ones first. I have some really long ones. It tells me where they go when they're really long like this. Should I, hey family, now you know can't nobody do it like you can. Yeah, I'm not paying anybody to put up my hair again. Every time I go, I end up having to go home, come home, cut it again myself and all these things. And I'm just like over it. You know, I've tried to become a client per se and let another professional do my hair. Yet these younger stylists are not my style, baby. They didn't learn the way I learned. Like I learned by cutting, and I don't really know how to explain it. Oh Jesus, how am I gonna put this on? This thing is so long. Okay, let's see if I can lay it like this. All right, there we go. So now I got my base ready. These tracks are gonna fill in the inside now. I'm looking for one more clip, but I only have these. Oh, I guess I have to use this one. Some of these are already kind of like doubled, so I'm just leaving them doubled. How's it looking so far? Okay, let me find some more long ones. I'm trying to make sure that I use all of these extra long ones first. And when I say extra long, meaning the width of the track. Because if you don't, then you end up having a bunch of hair that you have to cut. And that's not what you want. All right, cut that one. Hey Siri. Uh-huh. Text Denisha. Hey Siri. Text Denisha. Girl, I done told you to do something several times now. And any other time you act like you don't hear me. But now you acting like you, or you act like you hear me like I said something. What was that? And I didn't say nothing. Now I'm telling you to do something and you acting like you don't hear what I just said. Hey Siri. Text Denisha.
What do you want to say to Denisha?
Hey D. Happy Monday. Do you have the schedule for this week?
Sending.
That's the top. When like things the way you like, everyone else doesn't understand. Girl, they don't understand that. I'm very particular about how I like my hair because I know that I'm one of those people where, you know, if I'm doing somebody else's hair, I want to make sure that I give you what you want. I'm not giving you what I think you want or what I think you need. And a lot of these stylists, even when you're telling them what you want, you're showing them a picture. They're so complacent in the way that they do things. It's almost like what you said was non-existent. Or because a lot of them fake it till they make it and they really don't know how to do, you know, the basic things. They just know how to make it look nice on a picture. This is when you see real skill, which is crazy, but it's true. And it's not every stylist, but a lot of the stylists now are faking it till they make it. They know how, a lot of the stylists now are good at social media, and it's not necessarily their work They're not good at the actual skill. They're good at making it look good on social media. They're good at taking a good angle picture. They're good at doing a nice video. You know, Siri is hard-headed, child. You ain't the only one. Siri's extremely hard-headed. All right, pros. So here's what's gonna happen. My phone is about to die. So I am going to finish installing this and record me installing it. And then you guys will get to see the end result in a actual video. So I appreciate everybody for joining me in today's live. Thank you guys so much. I will record the remainder of the process from here, including the style. So you guys definitely look out for the video. In the meantime, don't forget all Elite Hair Care products and all Miss Crystal Williams products are 50% off. No code is needed. And all of our Privé Seamless units are 15% off. And you are able to add that to your cart and still get the 50% off on all of the other products. And of course, I will see everybody later. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes. Thank you guys for all the big ups. I love you guys oh so much. Again, shout out to all my pros. I love you guys. And thank you for making Elite Hair Care as great as it is. All right. See you guys later.